everyone. I've been promising for a while that I had some new videos coming and that they were going to be tutorials on the KathleenLights palette with Morphe. I've talked about this palette before. I'm really excited about it. I'm super excited to get to use it on camera. So this is the look I did today. It's a really great look for fall, I think, because the eyes are red and kind of coppery bronzy, and then the lips are a really neutral kind of berry color. So I think this is a really great look for fall, and if you want to see how I did this look, just keep watching.
All right, here we are doing the voiceover. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my e.l.f. primer. You guys know that I love this primer, and I'm just going to apply this starting on my nose, going out, well, kinda. And this way we have a really nice base for when I put the foundation on, because if you don't have a nice base, the foundation isn't going to go on smooth. In my last video, I said that I was going to use my Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation in my next video, but it just ended up being so yellow that I didn't think that I could. So I'm using this e.l.f. foundation in the shade Porcelain. I just got this, it was only $6, and it has SPF 15 in it, and I'm just blotting it on with a wet beauty blender. Now I'm going to use, you guessed it, my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Fair, and I'm just going to put this under both of my eyes. And now I'm just going to pat it in the same way I did with the foundation, using the same wet beauty blender, just on the pointed end of the beauty blender. Oh, I just did a really neat little cross-eyed thing there. That was fun. And I'm also going to bring this onto my eyelids as well. I'm going to use the same concealer to highlight a little bit on my nose and up onto my forehead, as well as around my mouth, under the crooks of my nose, and on my chin. So now I'm using my NYC Smooth Skin Powder in the shade Translucent. I use this brush all the time to set my under eye concealer, so I just took the powder on the brush and I'm just packing it in under my eyes. I'm going to use this e.l.f. Total Face brush and go back into the NYC Colorless Powder and use this to set my entire face. This e.l.f. foundation isn't very sticky or tacky, so you don't need to set it, but I just thought I would, so that's what I'm doing here. I am so excited about this next product. It's an e.l.f. contour palette that they actually sent me for free when I spent $10 on their website. So I'm taking this e.l.f. bronzing brush and I'm just going into the brown shade, and I'm just gonna apply that to my cheeks. Here I am just discovering that I have cheekbones. I love it. And then I'm just doing the same thing on the other side because it would be weird if I didn't. I'm going to take the same brush that I just contoured with and go into this Physicians Formula Bronze Booster and just warm up the skin a little bit. Back to the e.l.f. contour palette, I'm going to take a little bit of that brown on a Sonia Kashuk angled contour brush and just give my nose a little bit of definition. Without applying any additional product to this Sonia Kashuk blending brush, I'm just going to blend out any harsh lines on my nose because I don't want to look like Squidward. Now I'm going to take my Holy Grail blush, which is the Nars Orgasm blush, and I love this blush so much because it's so sparkly, and I'm going to apply it on the apples of my cheeks with a big blending brush. That's the great thing about contouring, is now I know exactly where to put my blush. Now I'm going to apply my glow with this e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in the shade Moonlight Pearls. I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk highlighting brush. I've used this brush before on my channel, and I'm going to apply this under my eyes right at the top of my cheekbone. I'm also going to highlight the bridge of my nose, which you can't really see. Oh, there we go. Highlight the bridge of my nose using the same highlighter and the same brush. So I already did one eye off camera, which you can see here. I did one eye already just to save time, but I'm going to do the other one on camera. So starting with my brows, I'm going to use this e.l.f. brow pencil in the shade Taupe. And first I'm going to brush out my brow and then apply the gel. Now I'm just filling in the brow with short motions to make it look more hair-like and less pencil-like. I apologize, I did my good eyebrow off camera and I'm doing my bad eyebrow on camera. So you're just gonna have to watch me do my bad eyebrow. So now that eyebrow is sufficiently smaller and less filled in than the other one, I'm gonna use this e.l.f. eyebrow setter. And I'm just using this really sparingly on my eyebrow because I don't want my eyebrow to look like it's gelled down to my face, but I do want it to stay in place. And now it is time for what everyone is here for, the eyes. So I'm gonna use this Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer, and it is a shimmer primer, and I'm gonna apply that anywhere I'm gonna put eyeshadow. Using the KathleenLights palette from Morphe, I am going to go and do my transition with this caramely brown color, and I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk blending brush and put it all over my crease. Next, I'm going to go in with this light reddish pinkish color, and I'm going to apply this with an e.l.f. flat shadow brush right in the outer V. I'm sorry that some of these shadows don't have names and that I don't know the name of them, but in this particular palette, some of these are colors that are in other Morphe palettes, so they don't have names, or they're custom shades that KathleenLights designed. With the same brush that I literally just flipped over, I'm going to go into this cranberry color, and I'm going to focus this really in that outer V, and I'm not going to blend this one into the crease like I did with the other color. Back to the blending brush without any additional product on it that I used for my transition color originally. I'm just going to blend out these colors to make sure that there are no harsh lines. With a new e.l.f. brush, I'm going to dip it into this copper color right here, but not before I spray that brush with an e.l.f. Set and Mist spray. This just makes sure that the shadow is going to go on even more intense, and that's what wetting your brush will do. And then I'm just going to apply this all over my lid, and I'm not going to go as far over as the outer V because I don't want to cover those colors up. I'm going to go back to that cranberry color just to darken up the outer corner a little bit. I felt like something was missing, so I'm taking the tiniest bit of this gray shadow and I'm just going to put it in the outer V, but really, really lightly. With a small angled brush, I'm back in that cranberry shade, and I'm going to use that on my lower lash line. And I'm just taking a little bit of the gray shadow right in the corner of my eye. Highlight the inner corners with this shimmery highlight shade. I'm back in the e.l.f. Baked Highlight just to highlight underneath my eyebrows on the brow bone. Last, but certainly not least on the eyes, is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. To finish up this look, I'm going in with an Essence lip liner in the shade Satin Mauve, and I'm going to apply it all over my lips. And follow that up with a Noyah lipstick in the shade Smoke. A quick spritz of setting spray from e.l.f. and we are done! And that completes this video. If you liked this video and liked this look, please give a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video.